So we watched a film,
Sure did.
and it was this one.
It was
Max Payne.
Derek Damage,
Yeah.
and it was
Those who know. Skull emoji, skull emoji, skull emoji.
it was £1.
Yeah, it was pretty cheap. And I'm gonna be fully honest with you, sports fans. I'm glad
What
it
did
was.
that just hit?
It hit the case of the thing.
That's fine.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, sports fans. I'm glad it was that cheap because I would have been real sad if I paid any more than like 2 Kinder Buenos for that film, bro. It was bad. So I've played all the Max Payne games. I haven't played 1 and 2 in a while, but very recently I became like unhealthily obsessed with 3, which this guy will tell you all about.
Yeah.
So
Well, I won't, but...
yeah, well, he could, but so I have a pretty extensive history with Max Payne, and this guy doesn't. So I went into the film near enough a long life fan of the series, and this fella has been a fan for about a month.
Yeah.
So yeah, his first real experience with this series was the film.
Yeah.
And as someone who wants to like get people into the series, I couldn't have done a worse possible job. I chose the worst thing to get this fella into the series, but oh well.
We'll just do whoever's talking.
Yeah. So one of the big things.
I meant you hold it.
So
Wait. Want it anymore? Just go. Go.
Okay. So one of the big things that I personally took issue with was the complete butchering of like Max himself. Like, he's not a bad character in the film, but he's not unlike the guy that he was in the game, but like certain things just aren't right. Like, the guy it's not talked about in 1, it's more brought up in 2 and definitely 3, but he's like very addicted to painkillers, and in 2 he becomes addicted to alcohol. Obviously 3 wasn't out at this point, but it was mentioned in 2, right? And in the film, the guy that's addicted to painkillers and alcohol doesn't drink once, and he doesn't take a single painkiller. Another thing, we talked about this while the film was going, but it's one of those films where it like takes names from the original IP and it just puts him in wherever.
Yeah.
Like, the main villain in this film is a guy you kill like an hour into the first game.
Yeah.
Which I didn't like. And then a like big character from the second game, Mona, who's portrayed by Mila Kunis in the film, which is the voice of Meg Griffin, which that was our favorite part of the film, was finding that out. She's in the film, but she's nowhere near as like major in the film as she is in 2, and obviously the film borrows from 1 and 2, so they could have given her a bigger role. I mean, she's in a lot of scenes, but she doesn't really do much.
Yeah.
She just kind of kills people and is all sad. I really didn't like how they butchered some of the characters. Like, they made Jack Lupino like a hardened like war veteran who's addicted to the drug. He has a sword as well for some reason.
Yeah.
That was weird.
So I can't remember if we said this at the start, but the only Max Payne knowledge I have is from what you've told me and like the first half of 3, right? And usually, like, because you've told me, like, it's his stereotype that he's addicted to painkillers and drinking.
Yeah.
So when you go into this movie and you're like, okay, that's what this guy is about, so when's he gonna do it?
Yeah. Now, we do have to bear in mind, this came out 4 years before Max Payne 3 did. But it's still something that's like very much implied to be a huge part of him in especially 2. I mean, obviously it's a healing item, but like the deeper implications of that, but it's just nowhere to be found in this film, which I found really disappointing, because as someone who loves to like dissect things about games and stories, imagine a scene of Max, like almost like in 3, where he's like in his little apartment and he's just like popping painkillers. Like, you'd feel bad for the dude. But the thing is, right, in the film, you only really feel bad for him because obviously your wife and your child dying is bad.
Yeah, and then that's it.
Yeah, they don't hammer that in anywhere.
Yeah.
Like 3, I know, again, this came out 4 years before 3, but like the intro to 3 is him just getting whammed on painkillers and like passing out drunk.
The way in the game, right, obviously he's depressed, and you can tell he's depressed, but it further adds to it because of the drinking and the painkillers.
Yeah.
Whereas in this, he's very he is very like monotone in it. Like you can tell he's not that interested in anything. Yeah. But then, like, to add on to that, I have 2 points. Like whenever you sat down and wrote the script, why would you not think, like, this guy pops pillies and drinks all day?
Yeah.
And there's no scene of that. Like, there's not even a scene of it. But the point I was trying to make is, like, all they done in this movie to show that he was sad was...
just make him look bored.
Yeah. Like, it's almost, like, you know what it looks like? It looks like they told Mark Wahlberg, like, just act like you actually don't want to be in this movie.
Yeah, that was... I actually didn't pick up on that. He really looked like he just didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
And another thing, right, in 2, which obviously this game borrows, this film borrows hugely from, there's a scene where he calls up, you don't know about this, but there's a scene where he calls up, like, do you know those, like, phone sex hotlines, where you can just pay, like, a prostitute to talk dirty to you? He calls up one of those hotlines, and he just starts, like, venting to one of the women, because he just wants someone to talk to. Like, he is cripplingly depressed in 2.
Well, that's got me thinking now, actually.
And there's just, like, a 2-minute scene of him, like, popping a painkiller and, like, calling someone on the phone.
So, right, because you just said that about he calls up the sex hotline, the whole point was he went to... Where did he go? He went to a place.
Yeah.
Like, he just went to a place and there were people there. Right, so he went to visit the snitch for Max, well, for him.
Yeah.
And he finds this woman called Natasha in it.
Well, she comes on to him.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But then they go home later on. So that made me think, do you reckon because, like, I know we already said, like, it's one of those movies where they just put the names of the characters to tell you that this is a movie based on those characters.
Yeah.
Like,
it literally was like, don't you remember the thing from Max Payne?
Yeah. And you know what else? That actually got me thinking as well. It has so little to do with the game. If they changed everyone's name and didn't call it Max Payne, it could have been its own, like, original title. Alright,
so the film actually starts, like, near the end.
It does, Loki, start. It starts.
And and Max gives this little monologue, which
yeah, I remember that.
And it was actually kind of a cool moment because it got me thinking, like, oh, this is mysterious and interesting and cool, and all that, and then it just hard cuts to like 5 minutes ago. Well, not 5 minutes ago because like 2 weeks ago, right, or something. I forget when it was.
It was probably like 2 days.
Yeah, because I think he's working the cold cases.
Yeah,
and this like rookie guy comes into the police station, and one of the guys like introduces the new chap to Max, and he's just like, oh, I'm Max Payne, I'm Mark Wahlberg, I fucking hate you. Like, it was just really off-putting and weird. That's another thing, like, him being depressed is like a big part of his character, but because we don't really see much of it, he just kind of comes off as like a dickhead, which wasn't very interesting. So like at the start of the film, obviously, you know, his wife and kid are dead, but he's also just an asshole. Like the trainee guy at the very start, like he's being toured around the police place, and then he walks into Max Payne's room and he's sitting at his little desk, and I actually remember the guy said to him, like, do you want to get a beer after work? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the character's, like, one of his first few lines. He said, do you want to get a beer after work? And Max just looks at him. Yeah. And I'm thinking, like, if he's meant to be like an alcoholic, why not? Why is he not jumping at that opportunity? Yeah, because there's a bit in you might remember this, but there's a bit. Do you know his little sidekick in 3, Raul Passos? I don't remember the name, but I'm aware. I think you might remember the bit. You know the flashback where he's in the bar, and the guy comes into him, and he's like after like a big argument with these other fellas. Raul goes to him and he's like trying to have a chat with him, and Max is just not into it. Oh yeah. And then he's like, I'll buy you a drink. And then Max is like, yeah, and well, I'm never gonna turn down a free drink. Yeah. And then he's suddenly interested. Yeah. Like, I know this film came out 4 years before Max Payne 3, but if the writers of the Max Payne film understood Max Payne, they'd be like, he'd jump at that. That's got me thinking, because because you keep saying it came out before 3, right? If no one is aware of Max Payne,
they may think like, well, obviously you're implying he only became an alcoholic and drug addict in 3.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Like 2 especially 2 super hams it. Well, it doesn't super ham in, but it's hard to go through all of Max Payne 2 and not come out the end of it like, I think he was addicted to drugs and or alcohol.
Imagine if Iron Man 1, 2, he didn't have the Iron Man suit.
Yeah.
And then in 3,
he just suddenly has it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
he was just like a really cool guy, and then in 3 he gets like a mech suit.
Yeah.
Anyway, wait, I'll take the lead.
I was about to talk. Okay. So, from what I remember, right after the guy asked him for a drink. Oh, this part was really stupid, I think. It felt like they kinda couldn't be bothered or didn't feel like they needed a backstory. So they explained the backstory of his wife and kid dying by so he denied the guy the drink. He didn't even say anything, he just looked at him blankly and then the guy left. And then he says to the guy that was turning him around, so what's his problem? And then the guy just goes, well, his wife and kid died 3 years ago. And then there's a bit more dialogue, and then it just cuts to, I'm pretty sure after that it just cuts to Max
like meeting the snitch.
Yeah.
No, because he's just walking through the little...
I remember why he met the snitch.
What?
So...
I low-key forgot.
No, I remember. So, he it kind of implies that he always goes to this snitch.
No.
Oh! Bro, we forgot!
What?
Right, no. After that, it cuts to him walking through a subway. Because...
Yeah!
He's... It implies... Like, he's just going home after work, but it just cuts to him in the subway. And there's 3 guys on a bench, and then he goes into the bathroom, and they all follow him in because they see the watch he's wearing. And then there's a whole fight scene in the bathroom, and then one of the guys, known as Doug...
Yeah, which, if you know, you know.
Real ones get it.
Yeah. Real chums get it.
The guy... So the guy called Doug, Max Payne questions him, and he's like...
And he just starts talking silly.
He's talking about his wife because he thinks he had something to do with the murder of his wife. So then we find out he had like nothing to do with it. So when Doug's getting interrogated, it cuts to one of the guys he was with, and I think the other one, there were 3 guys, one got shot, one ran away, and then Doug was being interrogated. So the one that ran away, he runs down this like railway line, and there's like sounds of a train and shadows, so it implies like, oh, the train's coming after him. But then the shadows slowly form into these like birds, and then the birds get more realistic. Yeah. And then it just cuts with him screaming. So he goes back to his snitch in some nightclub, and he says, Doug was the wrong guy, give me like another name. So then it's implying like for 3 years straight he's been going to this guy and then going around whatever name he throws out that could be related to the murder of his wife and child. Yeah. So while he's at this club, he meets Natasha. Yeah. Who is Meg Griffin's sister. You know what else I noticed, right? Yeah. Natasha, I actually can't remember what Mila Kunis's character's called. Mona, right? Yeah. They're said to be Russian. And I'm pretty sure for the first few scenes... They
speak Russian to each other.
Yeah, and whenever they speak English, they have an accent. Yeah. But then later on, Mona's character is just perfect American. Yeah. Like, I don't... Maybe I remember it wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Like, she's straight Meg Griffin. Yeah. Like, she's been in the family for too long, you know?
What if she lost her family guy?
Oh. Well... Max lost his family.
Max is a guy who lost his family.
He sure did. Long story short, Natasha and Max go back to Max's house. And I'm pretty sure this part in the house was meant to relate to how Max called up the hotline and was complaining. But they just like didn't go through with it at all. So Natasha's there for approximately 2 minutes. Yeah. And then he kicks her out. But she stole his wallet. Yeah. And on her way home, she dies in the street, and it doesn't say how she died. Well, it does. Yeah. Well, but not at the time.
No. Do you know how she died? She was violently torn to shreds by Valkyries.
She was.
Yeah.
Which had nothing to do with any of the games. So then Natasha dies, but as she was walking down the street, she's being followed by these bird things. So it makes you think, these birds must be hungry, bro.
Yeah.
Like, did Alfred Hitchcock write this? Because they love birds.
I know.
Real ones get it.
Yeah.
Real ones get it. Do you get it?
I get it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you actually?
Do you mean like the movie The Birds?
Yeah.
The fact that you watched it.
The movie The Birds.
Yeah, the movie The Birds.
Yeah.
Actually a banger film.
Have you seen it?
I've seen bits of it.
Yeah, I've only seen bits of it from school.
I remember the bit where the guy had his eyes pecked out.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just completely silent.
I actually had to refilm that for moving image arts.
That scene really scared me when I was younger.
So it gets you thinking, what are these birds? And I remember pausing the movie at that moment, and I was like, so are these birds in the game? And Ryan's like, nah.
I'm just like, nope.
Nah, bro. That shit didn't happen.
I mean, obviously the game, it has a little bit to do with Norse mythology, because like some of the names are like Norse mythology type beat, like Alex Balder. Alright, so obviously the game does have a bit to do with Norse mythology. Like, some of the characters, they have names, and some of the plot themes, they're kind of the same thing, but like, I think it was a step too far.
Yeah.
Like, obviously the drug's called Valkyr, which like, oh, Valkyrie's cool. But I didn't need to see like actual Valkyries in the film.
Yeah.
And it goes whammo towards the
does.
end of the film, to the point where I actually stopped enjoying it.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was about half an hour into the film, I just stopped liking it.
Yeah, it was one of those movies where it was like, yeah, it's not exactly based off this, but you can still enjoy it for its own thing. But then they got too silly, bro.
They got too silly.
Like,
it just went completely off the rails, to the point that it wasn't even like so bad it was good anymore. It was actually just, I'm really annoyed.
Yeah. So Natasha dies by these birds, but it doesn't show her body. So we're not sure what the birds do.
I dropped my ring.
Pick it up.
I got it.
Okay.
Oh, bro, I need some painkillers.
So, what did I say before you interrupted? I'm not repeating that. She gets slimed. Doesn't show how. So then
It was the birds.
it cuts to the next morning, right?
Yeah.
So it goes to I think it's the next morning. It cuts to Alex getting a call about a killing. So he goes to Max's house. Does he?
No, he picks him up. Alex picks Max up from like outside a building, and they have a chat. And Alex is all like, because Alex picks him up to bring him to the crime scene because his wallet was found there.
Yeah, well, that's what I was getting there.
Yeah, and then Alex is all like...
Like, you low-key just spoiled the movie. Like, I was about to say that. That's it. It's okay, bro.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Max gets picked up by Alex Rosen, and they go to the crime scene.
They tell him he's been talking to one too many 15-year-olds.
Nah, they tell him, like, I know you're not a bad guy, but we did find your wallet at the crime scene.
Yeah, and he says, like, I'm a detective, man. And Alex is like, I respect the hell out of that.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Alex is all like, I got caught doing this in my past. Nah, enough of the goofs.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're getting too silly.
Yeah.
We're
going off the rails here.
Yeah. So they find her body and they find Max's wallet at the scene.
Yeah.
So then that's when we find out as the viewer that she stole his wallet.
Yeah.
And did it ever say why? Like, they didn't say anything like, oh yeah, we found your wallet and we found like $200 cash in her pocket.
Yeah.
Like, they found his wallet and it had his ID in it.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know if she liked the leather or the something, like, I don't know. Like, she might just like the ID, I don't know.
Yeah.
But she took it for some reason. She was in a dress as well, so I don't know where she put that.
Did she have like a little bag?
I don't
I
know.
don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Whatever, this film sucks.
Yeah, but before she died, she was walking down the street and she was on the phone to some guy. Like, long story short, right there, because there's so... I say long story short because I'm cutting out the parts that literally aren't relevant.
Yeah.
But Natasha dies. Natasha's sister finds Max, thinks he done it. He didn't do it. And then this part was so lazily written. Alex goes back to his
Little lair.
yeah.
Yeah. The Batcave.
I don't know if I can't remember why or if it literally didn't explain, but he for some reason opens Max's wife's file.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I found something.
He has like a brain blast.
Yeah.
And he's like, he calls up Max. He's like, Max, you're not gonna believe this.
Yeah.
And then
they go, he says, meet me at my house. Or Alex says, meet me at your house to Max. And then Alex is
No,
like...
he says, like, he's coming over.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's the same fucking thing, man. He went to his house.
Yeah.
No, he didn't say I'm here. He said I'm outside. Like, yeah. So Mr. Rosen, he goes to Max's house, and Max goes inside, and Alex is already in his house.
Yeah.
But he's dead.
He's gone.
He's been slammed. There was a little altercation.
Yeah.
With an unknown figure.
Someone shot someone. That's what I remember.
And then Max ended up in hospital.
But in the game, it's a lot more interesting because, like, the whole thing of the game is he's, like, an undercover cop with nothing to lose. And he's, like, hunted by his own men. But he's also still trying to figure out the case. So they did it kind of similarly, but I just think the game did it in a much cooler way.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they were kind of cursed because they really wanted to cram, like, bits of 1 and 2 together into a single story. You see, it wasn't, like... The first half of the film was 1, and then the second half of the film was 2. It was like they took the 2 games, and they kind of happened at the same time. Yeah. But it wasn't done well at all. They tried to cram too much into a film that was too short. Ooh. Yeah.
Good point. The way it feels like they crammed 1 and 2 together. This isn't necessarily. Are you on your fucking phone?
I was looking at the notes.
Oh, sorry. Good point.
Yeah.
It reminds me.
Sorry, it's my back.
It reminds me a bit of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Because in the FNAF movie, Michael isn't William's son, but Vanessa from Security Breach is William's daughter. But FNAF, the movie, done it really well. Yeah. That's the way I was saying earlier, like, you could have changed anyone's name and it would have still been the same thing. Yeah. Whereas in the FNAF movie, if you changed everyone's name but kept the lore, people would have been like, this is a FNAF ripoff. Yeah. Like... Do you get what I mean? Like,
yeah, like, imagine if the Five Nights at Freddy's film was a Chuck E. Cheese film.
Yeah.
You know?
Like FNAF pulled it off, combining all the stories and changing some, whereas this did not at all.
Alright, so Max awakens from his eternal slumber, and BB is all like, hey brother, you're the main suspect, and he's like, heavens, I gotta go fix this. So he goes to Alex's office to try to, like, find any potential links or something to something, I don't know. And he goes in, he looks at, like, Alex's file and all that, but obviously because he's been framed, the whole police force, like, in the building is like, wait, he killed Alex. Yeah. He killed the Predator Hunter. So he must be a Predator. Yeah. Well, not really, because it's Alex Balder, not Alex Rosen. Yeah. So they're like, wait, he killed the guy, so he's evil. Fuck him. So they all start trying to, like, punch him.
They're trying to fuck him?
Well,
they're not.
Yeah, so they're trying to, like...
May as well have.
Yeah.
They went that off script.
Yeah. So they're trying to, like, punch the fella, right? But he low-key locks himself in Alex's office. Yeah. He starts, like, looking through his files, and he, like, finds something that links Michelle to everything. So he's like, oh, rats! I gotta go look at Michelle's file. So he like gets the files and he, like, brings them all with him, and they make it, all the guys are trying to, like, break into the office, like, while he's in there, and they make it super duper obvious that they're gonna do the classic screenwriting thing of, like, when they open the door, I ain't gonna be there. Yeah. And they do that, and it was like me and the chum were, like, watching the film just like, they're gonna do that. Yeah. And they did it, and we, like, burst out laughing.
Like, I feel like there were so many points where we were like, they were gonna do this, and
yeah,
they did do it.
Yeah.
Like, that's how predictable it was.
Yeah, that's the biggest sin of the film. It was just boring.
Yeah.
Like, we had to make our own fun with it. Yeah. And making fun with it was not possible, so we just made fun of it. So Max, you know, he finds his wife's file, and he's like, oh yeah, she used to work here at this place. And he goes there, and the woman who owns the place, who, by the way, is, like, the major villain of the first game, but she's in it for, like, 4 minutes in this film. She's all like, I'm so sorry for your loss. She was such a light in the community. And he's all like, yeah, I gotta go do something. And then he goes to the fella, BB, and he's all like, right, who did my wife, like, work for? And then BB's like, I'm not gonna tell you because you're gonna do something about it. And then he's like, I'm Max Payne. And he pops a painkiller, but he doesn't because the film sucks. And then BB's all like, fine, it was this guy. It was like Colvin or something. So he goes back to Aesir, and he, like, finds the guy, and he's like, listen here, Buster, what was my wife working on? And he's like, I don't know, just routine stuff. And then Max is all like, I don't believe you, bro.
And then also, because he went back to Aesir, the first scene where he went in the first place after remembering that's why his wife worked and then found Thorn, Miss Thorn.
Yeah,
I know her name was Thorn.
Old woman.
It was something Thorn.
Yeah. Do you get it? Because Thorns are low-key bad.
They low-key cause a bit of pain.
Yeah. Oh, they cause the maximal amount of pain.
Oh.
They put in Derek in a state of damage.
Yeah. Well, so they whenever he went in the first...
Shit. I dropped my bracelet, right?
Whenever he found Thorn in the first place, she didn't really say much.
Yeah.
It was more that, it was one of those scenes where it was like, this character's in it, she'll come back.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like just show us her when she becomes a threat, you know what I mean? It's kind of like how, Scorpion was in the end credits of Homecoming, and then was never mentioned again, and I think he's going to be in Brand New Day, I'm not sure, but...
Like, I guess you could say you wasted my time a little there. Like, it's just, what's the point? Yeah. Like, be evil from the start, or don't be evil at all, is how I see it. It was really purr.
Quite on set.
Are you gonna fucking go?
Thorn wasn't a threat when she first showed up. They just showed her up to show that she's there.
It's the woman from the game, bro.
Yeah. And then, so he left, went to BB. And I'm thinking, because he went in the first place, then went to BB, and then went back to the building, why could they not have just had him find the file, then go to BB, and then the scene of him entering Colvin's office was the first time he entered the building? Because there was no point him entering the building the first time apart from telling us that Thorn works there.
Or like imagine a bit where like you could sort of combine the two scenes where like he walks into Aesir and then the Thorn woman is all like, oh hi Max, it's good to see you, I'm sorry if you're lost, and he's just like yeah sure whatever, and then he goes up to the top floor to like interrogate the guy. We get introduced to Miss Thorn, but we also get to the meat of the situation.
In the same scene.
Well,
obviously, like, movies do a thing where, like, if every scene is on a set and they need to get rid of the set, they'll film, like, say the second half of the movie to the end is on a set that they have limited time for. They'll film that first and then do the start of the movie later on. And the same with TV shows. They don't always film episode 1 first. Like, it felt like one of those scenes where they definitely did film all the ones in Aesir at the same time. Why not just put them in the same, like, run? You know what I mean? Like, it didn't make sense. Anyway, after that, he goes to Colvin's office, and he says, like, I know you were working with my wife. What was she doing? And then Colvin's all like, oh, I don't know. I actually can't remember what happened, because he didn't threaten them that much. Gave in under zero pressure, and went, okay, I'll tell you what she done, but you need to take me with you. Because the SWAT are in the building, because they know Max is there and he's got a warrant, I think.
Because they still want him for the murders of Alex.
This Colvin guy, he dies. But
because the SWAT are like trying to get Max, and they're like, fire! Because it's American police, they're morons, so they're just like, I see a guy, and he dies.
So there's a whole fight scene. Well, I say a fight scene.
Not really.
There's shots fired.
And it's really bad.
Because Max Payne is known for bullet time.
And there's like 2 instances of bullet time in the whole film. There could have been 3. Well, actually, I want to talk about that now, because I think we're reading off a summary here. We're going to break the magician's code. We're reading a summary. But I don't think it's talked about this bit yet, but there's the bit where I think it's Mona, are in the building, like, tracking the Owen fella that Natasha knew. And he goes to, like, the top of the building, he's going to jump off, and then Max is like, no, don't do it!
Wait, why are you getting there? That's, like, way later.
Is it?
Because he gets Colvin's file, escapes the building. No, hold on. Hold on. It cuts from the gunfire. He escapes the building, and then it shows Mona showing up to some random building, like an abandoned warehouse. Max is in there with a DVD player, and he's watching a video on the drug that Michelle was working on.
And he's all like, Michelle was working on this.
Yeah.
Or something.
So
I don't know why I made him sound like Arthur Morgan there, but whatever. Deal with it.
So the DVD that I watched, right, it explains that there's this drug that Marie... No, what the fuck's her name? Michelle. She was working on a drug called Valkyr, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Which is the drug that everybody's addicted to.
Yeah.
They got all the tattoos, like...
Yeah, this part was so forgettable that we actually forgot to mention it. Everyone that died previously, apart from Alex, they had a tattoo of a wing on their hand.
Yeah, where everybody that was on the drug had the tattoo.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Which was really stupid, because, like, why would you get a tattoo
that just says, I take this drug?
I am addicted to drugs.
Yeah, it's like,
imagine everybody in the world that was addicted to cocaine had just like a pile of powder tattooed on their body.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if stoners all had, like, a really shit, obnoxious tattoo of, like, a bit of weed.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, they do!
So it explains...
I want my fucking milk!
Okay, take a sipper.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk while you're sipping.
Okay.
Okay.
I hope you don't assassinate me like Macklemore did last night.
Yeah. Real ones now.
Real ones.
We have so many inside jokes that are never explained.
Dude, our videos are probably shit to anyone that isn't us.
Yeah. Like anyone that isn't us or is in the friend group, they have no idea what we're talking about. Alright, so the drug explains this guy, Lupino, who, from what I understand, he was the main villain in the games, but he was completely different from the movie.
He's the main villain of, like, the first chapter of the game, and you fucking kill him.
Right, okay. Oh, right. He's not that bad. He's not that big of a villain in the games, but in the movie, he's the whole thing.
Yeah, it's low-key not that important.
Okay.
So.
Alright.
Those who know.
Like, it's not that important.
It's not that important, bro.
Oh, he was a Marine, right?
Yeah.
And it explains that the drug... It was very, like, Captain America-ish. They tried to make the super soldier serum.
Yeah.
So he takes the drugs, and I'm pretty sure it implies that he was the only one that survived after taking it.
Well, he's the only person that didn't go fucking cuckoo clock on him.
Yeah. He's the only one that took it and didn't go crazy.
Like, he's the one person who got all of the positive effects and, like, none of the negative effects.
But he's low-key evil.
Yeah.
So...
Because he just happens to be evil.
Yeah. And it just makes him invincible, and that's it. So then it goes to Max and Mona going to this guy Owen that was on the phone to Natasha before she died. So they find Owen. He's in this abandoned building. Well, it's not abandoned. It's like a rundown, druggy apartment.
Yeah.
With, for some reason, a comically large hole in the wall and like no roof.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't paying rent for that shiver.
Yeah.
But he's like talking to himself, and he's all like, "They're gonna kill me," and Max is like, "Oh, bro, who's gonna kill you?" And then it shows a massive,
big old bird,
a big bird with human legs, just reaches out, grabs him, flies back, and then, like, it implies he fell out the building.
Yeah, like he killed himself.
Yeah, but the way it shows it is that he was actually grabbed by something and pulled out, but no one can see these birds except for the people who are on the drugs.
Yeah.
But then they never say, like, "Oh, bro, did someone grab him?"
Yeah.
Like, they just think he jumped. But how do you jump backwards, like, 6 feet without jumping?
Yeah.
Like,
that was really cringe.
He was obviously pulled, but they just never say anything about it. So, he dies. What happens after that? I don't fucking know. So he dies, right? They go down, look at his body, and they find the bird tattoo on his arm. Well, his hand. So then they're like, okay, everyone's getting this tattoo. It's the latest trend. You know, I haven't seen it.
It's like the Maverick tattoo.
Yeah. It's the latest trend. Like, let's go see what this is about.
So, like, in the Max Payne universe, instead of everyone getting, like, tribal tattoos in the late 2000s, fucking bird wings. Do you want to know what my least favourite thing about that scene was? They had such a cool opportunity to reference the game.
Did they? I think I remember you telling me that.
Yeah,
I forgot.
because you know how he's, like, being hunted down by all the police, right?
Oh, yes.
Because they think he's, like, murdered the guy.
Yeah.
Imagine, right, if, say, because there's a building parallel to them, right? You got the building, and then the other building. Imagine in the other building, there was, like, some cop chums, right? Yeah. And they got guns aimed at him, but the guy's also about to jump. And the guy's like, oh, I may as well jump then, because I either jump, get killed by the birds, or I get shot. So he's like, I may as well jump. Imagine if Max, like, sees that there's a bunch of chums in the other building, And so he dives to get the guy, grabs him by like the collar of his shirt or something, and it slows down, and he slimes like 4 of the dudes, and he uses the guy's body to like cushion his fall,
as he does in the game,
and then he runs off on some Max Payne shit. But no, because this isn't Max Payne. This is
Derek Damage.
It's not even Derek Damage. It's Michael Guy.
It's Terrence Turmoil.
Dude, he's more Michael DeSanta than he is Max Payne in the film.
He's Michael...
He's not even Michael DeSanta, he's fucking Michael Townley. It's the same thing with the bit where your guy Colvin dies. Like, imagine a bit... There's a bit in 3, and again, I know this came out 4 years before 3, but there's a bit in 3, in like the second last chapter, where there's a building parallel, right? Obviously it's an office, so there's got to be something that they like stack papers on and like wheel it around. Like, imagine if he like hopped on that and it went slow-mo and he just headshots like 8 dudes.
Every slow-mo it done, it was always during a gunfight.
Yeah.
But he never shoots in slow-mo.
Yeah, it's like they know he has bullet time.
Yeah.
But they just can't be bothered to use it.
And even if they're like, it's not realistic if he slows down time and shoots...
It's Max Payne.
Like, at least do a reference to it.
Yeah. They kind of do later.
Like, they didn't need to make it as if he actually has the power to slow down time.
Abilities.
Like, it's just a cool scene that time is slowed and he's shooting to show
like,
it.
If you've ever watched, like, 300, right? That film has a lot of slow-mo in it. I think without the slow-mo, that film would be, like, 2.5 hours long.
Yeah.
But, like, when the film slows down, it's not like King Leonidas is actually, like, tapping into the cerebral cortex of the universe and slowing down time.
Yeah.
It's just slowed down because it's cool.
Yeah.
And that is what it's like in the game. It just slows down because you can do it because it's fucking sick.
Yeah.
But the film isn't sick. It's ill.
Yeah. Bro, it isn't sick, it's just attention seeking.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And literally, it's just like, listen, the film is shit, but it's called Max Payne.
Yeah.
You know the guy from Max Payne?
Bro, they were like, it's called Max Payne, let's just do what we want.
Yeah.
Because people are gonna watch it. Bro, I'm so bored doing this because it's so shit.
Yeah.
It low-key is. We're near the end though, I think.
Yeah.
But we're reading it off like a summary, right? But the summary is so short, I feel like we're missing out stuff.
Yeah.
But
I feel like we've covered everything.
But I also feel like the stuff we're missing out, like, genuinely does not need to be said, like, as part of understanding what happens. So what it says here is after Owen dies, they find Lupino on a dock. But realistically, in the movie, that was about like 20 minutes after each other.
Yeah.
So they find him on the dock. There's a whole gunfight, no bullet time. A couple of shotguns are fired, and then BB kills Lupino. The guy who was said to be invincible dies to one shot.
Yeah.
Alright, so Lupino dies because BB shot him. And then BB turns out to be a guy
who sells the drug.
Yeah, he sells the drug. BB and the other guy, I can't remember who the other guy was. I think it was the guy he was touring around at the very start.
It was literally just a guy.
I don't know who it was.
He was not in the film.
Yeah, but so they go to kill Max, and they put 2 of the vials of the Valkyr in his pocket, so that when his body is found, they think he had something to do with it. The only cool scene in it was when he was drowning. It was the exact same scene that was at the very, very start with the voiceover. Also, Max Payne has a lot of voiceover, but in the movie, that was the only one.
Yeah, that I really didn't like that.
Yeah.
It would have been cool if even there was like a... Like, he literally could have just said, like, at one point in the film, like, in his own head, it was a dark and stormy night. Or even better yet, he could have talked to himself.
He could have.
Right, like, imagine...
Like, all some Dexter shit, he could have been talking to himself.
Even imagine at, like, the start of the film, right? Where the guy's getting turned around, he comes into Max's room. Imagine Max is talking to himself, but it's, like, the narrations in the game.
Yeah.
And so the guy looks over at the other guy and he's like, what the fuck's wrong with him? He's just like, oh, it don't matter. His wife and child died and he's weird now.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been cool.
Yeah. So he's low-key drowning, he doesn't drown, he swims,
Yeah.
He gets out...
Because he has a flashback of his wife.
Oh, yeah, that's
like, when he's about to die, and it makes you think, like, oh, he's dying.
Yeah, and
his wife.
she said, not yet, chum.
Not yet, twin. And then he just suddenly, he didn't even, like, open his eyes, it was just like a frame, like,
oh, yes! I'm gonna put that in, it was so funny.
Not yet, Max.
Oh, it was so goofy.
He didn't open them, they just cut from closed to open.
Oh,
There was no gradual opening.
it was brilliant. It was so stupid.
Yeah. We just burst out laughing at that.
I think we paused the film to
I
just
think
have
we
a
did.
giggle.
We did.
Yeah.
So he gets out the water,
Mhm.
and it says here to prevent hyperthermia, he drank the 2 vials. It doesn't explain that at all. It kind of just looks like he found them in his pocket and drank them.
Yeah, I think they did it because the writers were like I reckon one of the interns at like the film studio was like playing the game like, oh, I'm contracted to do the Max Payne film. How sick! I love Max Payne. I'm gonna replay the first game.
Mm.
And then he goes to one of the writers and he's like, yo, you know this guy's like addicted to drugs, and they're like, we might as well do something with it. Then.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he just wakes up and he's like, oh, drugs.
Yeah.
Like, drinks it. Like,
So he drank them both, and then there's the scene.
there's the scene.
There's the scene.
So he gets up, right, and he's like, he's having his little conniption, and he gets up, and he gets set on fire.
Yeah.
But then, see, I have a love-hate relationship with this bit, because as stupid as it is, he becomes Max Payne. You know?
He does, but
he
could have popped like a paracetamol.
Yeah, but instead it's fucking Compound V.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he does become more of who he is in the game, because he's actually now capable with a gun, and he starts slamming people. And right after this, right, there's a scene, I think it's just after Mark Wahlberg does the drugs, there's a scene in the police station, and a certain James McCaffrey, who is the voice of Max Payne in the game, shows up, and he's like, Detective Chum, who are you? And I paused the film to just have a little emotional little moment, because that was really cool. That bit felt like a love letter, and there was none of that in the rest of the film, which was really annoying. But it was really cool to have just gotten him involved at all. He could have been a background character, and I would have been like, oh, that was sick. But he wasn't. He was in the film. He has a few more lines after this, but yeah, no, I really like that scene. It's my favorite scene in the whole film.
My favorite scene in the movie was probably the end credits. Not the end credits scene, just the credits to let you know the movie was over.
My favorite scene was the boot up screen on the DVD with that stupid ass face.
Yeah, I'll try put that in if I find it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I can boot up the box here and get a picture of the menu feed.
Well, where are you putting it up? Where the fuck are you putting it up? Answer me that.
I'll plug it in.
Where?
Over there. And then I'll turn it on. I'll take whatever disc is out of it, and then put Max Payne in, and then get a picture of the thing, send it to you, and you'll put it in the front.
You'll do that when I tell you to.
Yeah. I wasn't just gonna get up and let you explain the rest of the film.
You're just tinkering in the background. So because he took the drugs, he then goes back to Aesir, was it?
I think so. No, was it?
I think it was Aesir, because he was tracking down BB and the guy.
Yeah.
And then there's a whole gunfight again, no bullet time, no slow-mo, no anything. And then it kind of implies that Max is going to die.
Mm.
And I really thought they were going to go through with that, because from what I believe, the second game ended with no intention of a third.
Yeah.
So I really thought they were going to kill him. And they heavily implied that he is about to die, because he's in the room, he kills all the people in the room, and then he sort of collapses, and he starts seeing all these birds that killed the other people, and then the sky starts ripping apart, the roof of the building starts ripping apart, but then it cuts to Meg Griffin, and she comes in, guns blazing, finds him,
and she's like, wakey, bro.
Yeah.
You still gotta kill the chum.
Yeah.
Bro, you haven't killed the final boss!
Yeah, exactly, bro, you haven't killed the final boss, here's a med kit, get up. So then...
Dude, I'm just realising now, she should have given him a bottle of painkillers.
She should have.
She should have. Would have been the coolest moment in the film.
And then he should have washed down the painkillers with some alcohol.
With a beer.
With some whiskey.
Y'all
some whisk.
Y'all got any beer?
Y'all got any whisk?
Or he should have just eaten a key.
Oh my God.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
You're dragging it. So Muna wakes him up.
Tells him he hasn't killed the final boss yet.
Yeah. The final boss was busy planting some explosives.
Yeah.
And then he wants a helicopter away. I don't know why helicopter didn't show up.
Yeah.
I think that Loki forgot that they wrote he was waiting for a helicopter. He's just on the roof.
Yeah.
So he dies. And then Max sort of kneels on the ground on the roof, heavily implying he's either about to jump or get killed.
Yeah.
But
Or
then,
just die.
but then the police come, and I think they arrest him.
We got Max Payne alive, or something.
They say that. They do say that. I think did he get arrested? Sort of just ends with the police like aiming guns at him on the roof.
Yeah.
Cuts the credits. Then we get to the most useless end credit scene ever,
Yeah.
where Mona's in a bar. Max walks into the bar.
And he's just perfectly fine as well, by the way.
Yeah, and then Thorne's face is on it, so the woman that worked in Ace here,
He's on like a newspaper.
yeah, and then they just look at each other and it ends.
Yeah. And it's like they really wanted to do a sequel, but nobody was going to watch it, so it never released. All in all, the big crux of the issue for me is that I feel like the writers either didn't like Max Payne or they didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
And as a result, they made a really poor film that I just don't recommend watching.
You know what it felt like? It felt like the guy that wrote it hadn't played the games, but he was told, "You're making a movie about a game, go play it." And as he played it, he skipped all the cutscenes.
Yeah.
And then he wrote the script.
No, do you know what he was doing? He was playing the game, and when the cutscenes came on, he started scrolling reels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he got a bit distracted. He got too silly and got a bit distracted during the cutscenes.
And then he made a bad film.
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah.
He low-key made a bad film.
So, moral of the story: don't watch reels while you're playing a game.
Yeah.
Because you'll not pay attention
Exactly.
and you'll not enjoy it. Okay, we've just come across something on the wiki page here. In June 2022, 20th Century Studios announced that a Max Payne reboot is in development. Do they mean that in terms of like a film or like the games? Because I know they're remaking the first two games. I haven't heard about this.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There's nothing else about it you can find. It just says it was in development. 2022 seems far away, though, that
Yeah.
there wouldn't be more information unless they just scrapped it. Oh my god, bro, guess what I just had?
What did you just read?
I just read. I read this part that said received nomination for the worst actor of his performance. I thought it was going to be Max Payne.
Yeah.
Wait, was it in the film?
Yeah. Also for The Happening.
Mark Wahlberg received a Golden Raspberry Award nomination for Worst Actor for his performance in the film.
And it's 100% deserved.
Yeah,
He was
and
so bad.
I also read this. The digital copy of the uncut version only features 3 minutes of additional footage.
Wow.
The most notable difference is the extra CGI blood.
Brilliant.
Well, that's it.
Yeah. Not a good film.
Yeah.
Don't watch it. If you are going to watch it with a friend. Because
Yeah.
you might have a giggle.
Yeah.
But you might also just be bored.
Yeah. So this video is 1 hour and 18 minutes. So let's see how long I shortened it to.
Yeah.
Realistically.
Yeah.
It may be about 10. Or it may not even leave the unlisted.
It might not.
And if it doesn't, then I'm talking to you right now watching, whoever you may be.
Probably just me.
Probably you or the chums.
Yeah.
Or the dogs, maybe.
Yeah.
The chums or the dogs. Alright, well, do you mind?
Sorry.
Stay tuned for the next video, which is us giving our thoughts on the chronicles of a whiny ass chum who gets no play
And he's also chopped.
and is also chopped.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good, bro.
Those,
I've got the whole 24 season set, bro. Like,
those-
unreleased 24 seasons.
Those who know, bro.
Those who know. What do you mean, those who know? It's
Oh, yeah, the hit popular TV show.
yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot.
Alright, chums.
Alright, chums.
Well, I'll see you in the next one then.
Bye. Did you guys know, by the way, apparently Markiplier cheated on the FNAF 2 1020 mode victory?
Did
Yeah.
he? How?
Because he only played 420 mode, but he made it look like he was playing 1020. So he cheated.
How you know?
Because there's a YouTube video about it.
I said no.
I believe everything I know. I believe everything I hear on the internet. What?
I said no, you know?
Yeah.
Not how do you know?
I thought you said, how do you know? It was an honest mistake,
Okay.
and I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.